My name is SammiTang. I'm a professor at the University of Miami Business School. Here's my story. Originally come from China, I was born in a big city called Chongqing. And I went to college in Peking University in Beijing. I spent 4 years there. And right after them, I came to United States for graduate study. I joined the University of Miami in 2008. And since then, I have been teaching operations management and supply chain management classes, both in the undergraduate level and the graduate level. So when I was in college, I got both an economics degree and a physics degree. So I find fascinating in applying both economic concept and mathematical models in studying interesting phenomena in supply chain management. Right now, I'm an associate professor in the management department. I'm with the operations management and supply chain management group. My main interest is in the managing supply chain risks, especially risks that arise on the supply side, right? So you know that in today's economy, many firms are operating globally, right? So some move their production facilities offshore, and some even outsource to overseas suppliers to do the production for them. Oftentimes, these moves are cost-driven, so firms can benefit from lower labor cost or lower raw material cost by doing this. But increasingly, firms have realized that it comes with all sorts of risks. And increasingly more recently, firms have also realized that as their supply chain becomes more complex, longer and more complex, so their suppliers may have their own suppliers and supplier networks, so they are dealing with a gigantic supply network. So it becomes increasingly more difficult for downstream firms to actually monitor their suppliers, especially their higher tier suppliers' behavior. So they face this kind of supply responsibility risk. For example, their suppliers, faraway suppliers may use, in order to cut their production costs, they may start using child labor, provide unsafe working conditions for their employees. They may use a production process, violating their environmental or safety standard, things like this. And this can lead to huge damage to the brand image of the firm, and can lead to demand loss and loss of consumer loyalty because of this. I think sustainability is the kind of things firms have to take into account when they make determine their long-term strategies. Traditionally, companies usually focus on the bottom line is basically the profit, and nowadays I guess they have to take this environmental and social factor into their consideration and think about this what they call triple bottom line, right? There's a planet, profit, and people.